You may occasionally have a student who needs to have text read to them from their screen, and sometimes there isn't the budget to purchase software, and you need a quick and easy free option that's adequate. So, I'm going to show you two different ways of doing this. The first is via a browser extension. So, I have two text to speech browser extensions downloaded at the moment, and they're these two. The first one is called Convert Text to Speech, and the second one is called Voice Instead. And the way these work is that once they have been added to my browser, um, I simply highlight the text that I would like to have read to me, right click, and then select the extension.
A librarian is a person who works professionally in a library, providing access to information and sometimes social or technical programming. In addition, librarians provide instruction on information literacy.
And the second one,
A librarian is a person who works professionally in a library, providing access to information and sometimes social or technical programming. In addition, librarians provide instruction on information literacy.
okay, so they both sound a little different, and there is a difference between all of these, and it it falls down to the sophistication of the application and also the voice that it's using. And you can actually go and download individual voices for these extensions and text to speech software, so that you can have a voice that suits you. Some people have a preference for particular accents, or for a male or a female, or perhaps you want to avoid a certain accent. So those options are available if you really want to customize it. Now, often in a school environment, there just isn't the option to download an extension to the browser because of restrictions that we put in place through our IT systems. So, if that's the case, then you may want to show your students some of these cloud based text to speech websites that are available, and there are many of them. Two of particular note are this one here, which is quite a popular one, called Natural Reader. Here's the same piece of text that I cut and pasted in there earlier. And we have several different voices to choose from. So let's see what Lauren sounds like. And as you can see, I can also alter the speed, which is useful. Okay.
A librarian is a person who works professionally in a library, providing access to information and sometimes social or technical programming. In addition, librarians provide instruction on information literacy.
So that's Lauren. Another version of this would be ttsreader.com, and here's that same piece of text. This site doesn't offer as many options as Natural Reader.
A librarian is a person who works professionally in a library, providing access to information and sometimes social or technical programming. In addition, librarians provide instruction on information literacy.
Okay, so there's that. Now, sometimes students will come to you and they would like to have a PDF read to them, but they can't copy and paste it into this kind of a website because the PDF is simply a scan of an image. So I have an example of that kind of PDF here. It's just a document that has been scanned, and there's no text to highlight, to copy and paste. So the way that we have to get around that is by using OCR technology, optical character recognition technology, and that's where a piece of software will recognize these words and convert them into text for us so that we can copy and paste. Once again, there are plenty of options for this online, so I'll show you an example. This is one that I particularly like, so onlineocr.net. I highly recommend becoming a registered user. It's free to register, and you certainly have a lot more options available to you. So in my dashboard, I can choose what kind of output I'm interested in, whether it's a Word doc or just plain text, etc. You've got some language options up here. I'm going to select my file, and this is the document that we just saw earlier, which has been scanned as an image. Okay, now that it has uploaded to the cloud, I just click Convert. And here we are in our output page. There are a few documents here because I've had a few goes at it. But here's the final result. So if I click on this Word document to open it, enable editing, this is the final result, and it has done a pretty good job. So now I actually have text that I can work with. I can edit it, copy it, and paste it into one of those online text-to-speech applications. And the last problem that you may encounter that I'll just quickly go through is when a student does highlight some text from a PDF file, but what they find is that at the end of each row of text, there's a break. So there's actually a gap, and when you paste something like that into a text-to-speech reader, it will it will pause at the end of each line, and that can be somewhat irritating. So the way we get around that is by pasting our text into yet another online tool that will remove breaks for us. So it will remove all of the sort of dead space at the end of a line. This one here is called www.textfixer.com. As I said, there are plenty out there. This one works well. So if I paste the text into the window, it doesn't seem to have any breaks. So we'll just put a few in there. Okay, so let's just pretend that that's how we pasted it in initially. And then if I click on Remove Breaks, it will remove all the breaks for me. And then I can cut that and paste it into a text-to-speech reader from there. So those are a few tricks and tips that may come in handy for students. Thank you.